Okay, so we're going to do a pod review on a pepper that's right back here. And this pepper is called the Costeno Rojo. And I've been growing this pepper probably, maybe like 8 years, on and off throughout the years. I didn't grow it every year for 8 years, but I started growing this about 8 years ago. And I grow it on and off throughout the seasons. And there are some problems with this pepper. Sometimes this pepper seems to get blossom end rot for some reason. Very easy, no matter what I do. It always seems to be prone to getting blossom end rot. Now, not every pepper gets it, but every now and again, some of the peppers just simply get blossom end rot. And I don't know why, but it's always this variety of pepper. So it might require certain growing conditions, and I don't know what those are. But we did the best we could this year, and we did pretty good. I lost probably 10 or 12 peppers off this plant due to blossom end rot and insects eating holes in my peppers. So I did lose quite a few peppers this year off of this plant. This plant was completely filled with peppers, and now we're down to, I don't know, maybe a dozen left on here. So it's an unfortunate thing, but I think I'm going to winter this one over and bring this out next year and really plant it out in the full sun away from everything else, and just see if that makes a difference as to how it grows. Maybe it'll grow better that way. So anyway, here's a green one. That's a green one. This plant's got to get dug up soon and brought in, mainly because I got to bring it in. So here's a nice ripe one. We'll try this one. Maybe I'll break all. I got to take all these off anyway. So let's pop that one. And let's pop this one. So here's a good look of the Costeno Rojo. While we're in the sunlight, let me bring you indoors. Now the other thing too with this pepper I've noticed is it gets really watery on the inside as they ripen. They're not very pleasant when they do that, so just keep that in mind if you grow this. This is probably one that's probably either best for drying out or eating green, but I usually let them ripen up because I'm trying to get the seed from them. So let me just give you a better view of the Costeno Rojo. Maybe like that. How's that? It's a gorgeous little pepper. And like I said, I've been growing it for years, and some years are better than others. And this is a hot pepper. This one has some good heat on it, and it's quite a nice pepper. It's very nice. And that's it. Let's turn you around and give it a go. Alright guys, here we are. We're doing another pod review today on the Costeno Rojo, and this is it right here. And this is a nice pepper to grow. The only thing about this pepper, for me anyway, maybe for you it would be different, but for me I found that this pepper is more prone to blossom end rot than other peppers that I grow. This one pretty much always seems to get blossom end rot no matter whether I grow it in pots or I grow it in the garden. It doesn't really matter. It always seems to get blossom end rot, and I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. Maybe it needs calcium, higher amounts of calcium. Maybe the pH isn't right. I'm not going to waste a whole lot of time on it because I grow so many other varieties of pepper. I can't just sit there and focus on this one to see if I could dial it in right. So, but anyway, here it is, and let's give it a bite. Ooh. It's a very thin-walled pepper. The heat isn't that hot on this. This particular one wasn't really that hot at all. It's very thin-walled. This is the kind of pepper that's going to be best for drying. And that's probably how this pepper is used. They probably let it dry out on the plant, or even just pick them and let them sit in the sun for a couple days, and they'll probably be bone dry. And you can make a nice powder with them. You could probably pickle them. But as far as like eating them fresh or anything like that, I think they're best for drying. Now the heat on this particular one wasn't that hot. I would say the heat was probably somewhere around, at best, maybe 500 at best. I'll try the other one. This one really was no heat on it at all. Though I do remember eating these in the past and they were a lot warmer. It's just today, not a lot of heat. Just kind of burning the top of the tongue. A little bit between my teeth on the gum part over here. A little bit between the teeth. I don't know why that happened, but and on the very tip of the tongue, and that's really about it. I really can't say much of anything. The heat is very light on it. It's almost undetectable. Them red ones, when they get really red, like the one I just bit, they get nice and sweet to them. Got a nice sweet flavor to it. Again, the heat on that is really not that high, 500 at best. I think if you keep it out and water it the right way and everything like that, I'm probably pretty sure you can probably pull off maybe 800 off it. I don't think they're going to get much hotter than that. Though, like I said, I've had them in the past where they were warmer. This year, they're not that warm. But the flavor on it was very nice. I had a nice fruity type of, not fruity like habanero, but like the sweetness had like a fruity kind of a taste to it. I can't even really describe the fruity. It was not habanero fruity or floral or anything like that. Nothing like that at all. It just was, the sweetness was nice and rich. It came and gone, and then there's this funny kind of an aftertaste that it has. It's a little hard to describe it. It's just, it's different. It's not bell pepper, not cayenne. It's just kind of got its own kind of aftertaste, really. I mean, I remember tasting something like it in Mexican dishes that I've had. I remember that taste, but I can't quite like place it on like what kind of a fruit would it taste like. Too hard to say, but it's a very nice pepper. Again, it's really thin wall. This thing is thin as a cayenne, probably thinner even, and they dry right out. As soon as they turn red, within a few days to a week, they're dry. They pretty much dry up on the plant, so they don't stick around very long. But again, this is the kind of pepper you'd probably want to dry. So if you grow them for that reason. You're going to dry them out and then use them for a powder, which is fine. And it'll be a low heat powder too, by the way. Won't be very hot. It won't be like paprika powder per se, but it'll be a little heat on it. It won't be that bad. I'd like to dry these and actually see how they come out. So I may just do that with these few that I got on here. But anyway, that was your pod review for the Costeno Rojo. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care.